When someone hurts us deeply, the pain can feel overwhelming. We might feel betrayed, broken, and angry, and the impulse for revenge can surge through us. It's natural to want to balance the scales, to seek justice in our own way. But what we often don't realize in those intense moments is that choosing revenge only serves to bind us to the very pain we're trying to escape. It keeps us tethered to the hurt and amplifies its presence in our lives. Real healing lies in something far more powerful than revenge. It lies in the choice to rise above, to move beyond the pain with grace and compassion for ourselves. Choosing healing over revenge is a profound act of self-love. When we decide to heal, we are declaring that our well-being matters more than any need to punish. This doesn't mean excusing the harm done to us, nor does it mean pretending that the hurt doesn't exist. It's about acknowledging the pain without allowing it to control us. Healing allows us to process our emotions fully and healthily, without letting anger or resentment consume our spirit. The urge for revenge is a heavy burden to carry. It festers within us, coloring our view of the world, influencing our decisions, and often spreading into other areas of our lives. When we're consumed by thoughts of getting even, we unwittingly give power to the person who hurt us, allowing them to continue affecting us long after the initial pain. In essence, revenge keeps us trapped in a cycle of negativity, binding us to the very person or event we wish to overcome. Choosing healing means breaking free from this cycle. It's a conscious choice to reclaim our power and focus on nurturing our own peace and happiness. Forgiveness plays an essential role in the healing process, though it can be one of the most challenging steps. Forgiving someone who has wronged us doesn't mean condoning their actions or forgetting the pain they caused. Instead, forgiveness is about letting go of our need for retribution. It's a release, a decision to unburden our hearts and make room for peace. When we forgive, we're choosing to free ourselves from the grip of bitterness, allowing our emotional wounds to heal rather than deepen. One powerful way to foster healing is through self-compassion. When we've been hurt, it's easy to fall into self-blame, wondering what we did to deserve it or how we could have prevented it. But holding on to blame, whether for ourselves or others, only fuels our pain. Self-compassion means treating ourselves with the same kindness we would offer a friend in our situation. It means acknowledging our hurt and reminding ourselves that we're deserving of love and understanding. Practicing self-compassion also helps us recognize our strength that empowers us to rise above the pain and focus on rebuilding ourselves from within. Embracing positive affirmations can be another transformative tool in the journey toward healing. By repeating statements like, "I release this hurt," "I choose peace," or "I am worthy of love and happiness," we reinforce our commitment to moving forward. Affirmations help us shift our mindset from one of anger and hurt to one of self-worth and resilience. They remind us that we have the power to create our own peace, regardless of external circumstances. As we affirm our commitment to healing, we gradually build a foundation of strength and positivity within us, which becomes a protective shield against future harm. Meditation and visualization are also valuable practices for releasing pain and nurturing inner peace. Taking a few moments each day to sit quietly, focus on our breath, and visualize ourselves surrounded by a calming light can be incredibly grounding. Imagine this light as a symbol of our healing energy, a protective and loving force that shields us from negativity. As we breathe deeply and steadily, we can let go of the anger and resentment, allowing them to dissolve into the light around us. This practice helps us connect with our inner strength and reminds us of the peaceful state we're striving for. Letting go of the need for revenge and focusing on healing doesn't mean we'll never feel anger or sadness again. It's a process, and there will be days when the hurt resurfaces. But each time it does, we have the choice to respond in a way that nurtures our growth rather than feeds our pain. Healing is about consistency, about choosing peace and compassion over and over until it becomes our natural response. Choosing healing over revenge is ultimately an act of courage. It's choosing to believe in a future where we are whole, where the past no longer defines us, and where our inner peace is unshakable. It's a declaration that we deserve a life free from bitterness and resentment, a life filled with love, joy, and growth. By prioritizing our healing, we not only transform our relationship with the hurt we've experienced, but we also open the door to a brighter, more fulfilling future. In the end, choosing healing is the most profound way to honor ourselves and our journey. It's a testament to our resilience and a commitment to our happiness. It's a decision to live life with an open heart, free from the shadows of the past. When we choose healing, we are reclaiming our power, embracing our worth, and stepping boldly into a life that celebrates who we are, whole, unbroken, and deeply at peace. When we face difficult moments, the weight of disappointment, sadness, or self-doubt can easily overwhelm us. We may be tempted to blame ourselves, to feel unworthy, or to question our abilities. But in these times, what we need most is kindness, not judgment. Practicing self-compassion means treating ourselves with the same understanding, care, and patience we would offer a loved one going through a challenging period. Self-compassion allows us to recognize our struggles without punishing ourselves for them, creating a supportive space for healing and growth. At its core, self-compassion is about embracing our humanity. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, that everyone encounters hardships, mistakes, and setbacks. Life is filled with ups and downs, and being kind to ourselves during the down times is crucial. By acknowledging that suffering is part of the human experience, we can find peace in knowing that our challenges don't isolate us. Rather, they connect us to the shared journey of being human. When we understand that mistakes and pain are part of life, we can be gentler with ourselves, avoiding the harsh judgments that often accompany difficult emotions. Self-compassion is not about avoiding responsibility or pretending that challenges don't exist. Instead, it's about approaching our experiences with curiosity and gentleness. When we're hard on ourselves, we often shut down, creating a barrier to understanding and learning from our experiences. However, when we approach ourselves with compassion, we create space to explore what happened and why, allowing us to gain insight without fear of judgment. This understanding empowers us to grow and make changes in a way that feels encouraging and constructive. To practice self-compassion, we can start by paying attention to the way we talk to ourselves. Many of us have an inner critic, a voice that is quick to judge and blame. This voice may tell us we're not good enough, that we've failed, or that we'll never measure up. When we become aware of these critical thoughts, we can consciously choose to respond with a kinder, more supportive voice. Instead of saying, "I messed up again, I'll never get it right," we might say, "I'm doing my best, and that's enough." Mistakes are part of learning. Changing the way we speak to ourselves takes practice, but over time, it helps replace self-criticism with self-acceptance. A powerful way to cultivate self-compassion is through mindfulness. Mindfulness allows us to be present with our feelings without getting lost in them or pushing them away. When we feel pain, it's natural to want to avoid it or to distract ourselves from it. But by practicing mindfulness, we can allow ourselves to sit with our emotions, observing them without judgment. We might notice, for example, that we feel sadness, frustration, or disappointment. Instead of suppressing these feelings or letting them spiral, we acknowledge them and offer ourselves comfort. This act of sitting with our emotions, even when they're uncomfortable, is a gentle reminder that it's okay to feel what we feel. Practicing self-compassion also involves taking care of ourselves in meaningful ways. Self-care goes beyond physical health. It includes nurturing our emotional and mental well-being. This might mean setting boundaries to protect our energy, spending time doing things we enjoy, or reaching out to people who support us. Taking care of ourselves is an act of respect and kindness, a way of honoring our worth and our needs. When we treat ourselves with compassion, we're saying that our well-being matters, that we deserve to be cared for just as much as anyone else. An essential part of self-compassion is accepting our imperfections. Society often places pressure on us to be perfect, to meet certain standards, and to always have things under control, but striving for perfection is an exhausting pursuit that can drain our energy and diminish our self-esteem. By acknowledging that we are perfectly imperfect, we free ourselves from the unrealistic expectation of flawlessness. Self-compassion allows us to see our imperfections not as failures, but as natural aspects of being human. Embracing our imperfections with kindness gives us the courage to keep going, even when things don't go as planned. Self-compassion doesn't just impact how we feel about ourselves, it also influences how we relate to others. When we learn to be kind to ourselves, we become more understanding and patient with those around us. We realize that everyone faces their own struggles, and that extending compassion to others can create a more supportive and positive environment. Our relationships often improve because we're no longer projecting our inner critic onto others. Instead, we're fostering a sense of empathy and connection, making it easier to see the goodness in others as we learn to see it within ourselves. One simple exercise to build self-compassion is placing a hand over your heart and taking a few deep breaths when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. This gentle gesture reminds you that you're here, that you're okay, and that you're deserving of kindness. As you breathe, you might say something like, "I am doing my best," or "This moment is hard, but I am here for myself." These small acts of self-kindness can ground you and help shift your focus from self-criticism to self-acceptance. Over time, practicing self-compassion can transform the way we see ourselves and the world. We become less reactive, more resilient, and more at peace. The journey of self-compassion is not about fixing ourselves, it's about accepting ourselves, flaws and all, and knowing that we're worthy of love and respect exactly as we are. This acceptance becomes a foundation for growth, allowing us to move forward with confidence and self-trust. In moments of hardship, when we feel most vulnerable, self-compassion is a guiding light. It reminds us that we are strong, that we are worthy, and that we have within us the capacity for healing and growth. By practicing self-compassion, we give ourselves permission to feel, to heal, and to thrive. We choose to be our own ally rather than our own critic, embracing our humanity with all its beauty and imperfection. And as we cultivate this kindness toward ourselves, we open the door to a life that is richer, more meaningful, and filled with genuine peace and happiness. Forgiveness is often thought of as a gift we give to others, but in reality it is one of the most powerful forms of liberation we can offer ourselves. When we forgive, we choose to release ourselves from the pain, resentment, and hurt that bind us to past wounds. Forgiveness is a decision to free our minds and hearts from the burden of negative emotions, creating space for healing, growth, and inner peace. In choosing forgiveness, we are not excusing someone's actions or dismissing our pain. Rather, we are prioritizing our own well-being and choosing to move forward in a way that honors our peace and happiness. Holding on to anger and resentment can be deeply consuming. We replay painful memories in our minds, relive moments of hurt, and reinforce our feelings of bitterness. This can create a cycle of negativity that affects not only our mental and emotional health, but also our physical well-being. Studies have shown that prolonged anger and resentment can increase stress, weaken the immune system, and even contribute to conditions like heart disease. When we forgive, we are releasing these harmful effects and giving ourselves the chance to heal on a holistic level. Forgiveness is often a journey, not a one-time decision. It's natural to feel resistance, to wonder if the person deserves forgiveness, or to fear that forgiving might mean letting go of our pain too quickly. But forgiveness is not about rushing the process or ignoring our hurt. It's about allowing ourselves to gradually release the grip of negative emotions so that we can move toward freedom. This process can take time, and it requires compassion and patience with ourselves. By embracing forgiveness as a journey, we can honor our feelings and move forward at a pace that feels right for us. Choosing forgiveness is also about reclaiming our power. When we hold on to resentment, we are, in a way, giving power to the person who hurt us. We allow them to occupy space in our minds, influencing our thoughts and emotions. By forgiving, we reclaim that power, deciding that our peace is more important than holding on to the pain of the past. Forgiveness does not mean we must welcome someone back into our lives or accept their behavior. Instead, it's an internal act that frees us from the need for retribution and allows us to take control of our emotional well-being. Self-compassion plays a crucial role in forgiveness. Often we may feel disappointed in ourselves for not being able to move on, or ashamed of our feelings of anger and resentment. But forgiveness begins with kindness toward ourselves. We acknowledge that our hurt is valid and that it's okay to feel the way we do. When we treat ourselves with compassion, we create a supportive space for healing, which makes it easier to eventually release resentment. Self-compassion reminds us that forgiveness is not about minimizing our experience, but about respecting our journey and allowing ourselves to heal. Forgiving also enables us to cultivate empathy and understanding. When we hold on to resentment, we tend to focus solely on our own pain, which can limit our perspective. Forgiveness invites us to look beyond our hurt and consider the humanity of the other person, even if it feels difficult. This doesn't mean we have to condone their actions or accept their behavior, but by acknowledging their imperfections and the challenges they may face, we open ourselves up to a broader view of the situation. This shift in perspective can be a powerful step toward finding peace. Forgiveness also allows us to live more fully in the present. When we are tied to past pain, it's easy to get lost in memories, replaying them over and over. This can rob us of our ability to enjoy the present and to look forward to the future with hope. By choosing to forgive, we are choosing to let go of the hold that these memories have over us. We are saying that our lives are too precious to be weighed down by past hurts, and that we are ready to embrace each moment with a renewed sense of purpose and joy. Practicing forgiveness can also positively impact our relationships. When we let go of resentment, we become more open and compassionate, both toward ourselves and others. We become less reactive, more understanding, and more willing to give others the benefit of the doubt. This doesn't mean we won't set boundaries or protect ourselves from harm, but it does mean that we approach our relationships with a sense of openness and empathy. Forgiveness helps us to cultivate deeper, more meaningful connections as we no longer carry the burden of past hurts into our interactions. It's important to remember that forgiveness is not about forgetting. We can forgive someone while still learning from the experience and maintaining boundaries to protect ourselves. Forgiveness is about releasing the emotional charge attached to a memory, allowing us to remember without being consumed by pain. In this way, forgiveness helps us to heal while still honoring the lessons we have learned. One powerful practice for cultivating forgiveness is to visualize ourselves releasing our pain. We might imagine holding a heavy stone representing our anger, resentment, and hurt and gently setting it down. This visualization can be a symbolic way of letting go, reminding us that we don't have to carry the weight of past hurts forever. Each time we practice this, we are reinforcing our commitment to freedom and healing. Forgiveness, in its essence, is a form of self-love. It is a way of prioritizing our own peace and happiness over the need to hold on to pain. By forgiving, we allow ourselves to live more fully, to embrace the beauty of each moment, and to open our hearts to the possibilities of joy and connection. Forgiveness is freedom, a liberation from the chains of resentment that hold us back. It is a choice to honor ourselves, to heal, and to move forward with a heart that is open, a mind that is at peace, and a soul that is free. In choosing forgiveness, we are choosing a path of love and compassion, both for ourselves and for others, paving the way for a life filled with greater peace and fulfillment. Positive affirmations are more than just words. They are powerful tools that can shape the way we think, feel, and live. By repeating affirmations, we consciously choose to focus on what we want to believe and experience, rather than being influenced by the negativity or doubts that may surround us. Affirmations work because they help us replace limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts, guiding us toward a more positive, confident, and fulfilling life. By choosing to affirm positivity, we actively engage in the process of transforming our mindset, creating new pathways in the brain that align with our true desires and potential. When we repeat affirmations, we begin to train our minds to focus on the qualities and experiences we want to cultivate. For instance, saying, "I am worthy of love and respect," reinforces a sense of self-worth, even if we have struggled with this belief in the past. Over time, these affirmations influence the subconscious mind, which plays a significant role in shaping our behaviors, decisions, and outlook. The more we repeat positive affirmations, the more they become ingrained in our thought patterns, helping us to view ourselves and the world with greater optimism and confidence. This is particularly empowering because our thoughts often dictate our actions. By changing our thoughts, we are setting the foundation for positive change in every area of our lives. Affirmations also serve as a form of self-care. Taking the time to focus on positive statements that uplift us can be a nurturing and grounding practice. In a world that often bombards us with messages of inadequacy or fear, affirmations act as a gentle reminder of our inherent worth, capabilities, and potential. For many people, affirmations offer a moment of solace and encouragement, a way to reconnect with their inner strength and resilience. This daily practice of positive self-talk can be incredibly healing, especially for those who may struggle with self-doubt or have experienced challenging situations. Through affirmations, we are essentially reparenting ourselves, providing the love, support, and encouragement we need to thrive. The practice of using positive affirmations can also significantly impact our emotional and physical well-being. Research has shown that positive thinking can reduce stress, improve immune function, and even enhance overall health. By shifting our focus away from worry, fear, and doubt, affirmations can help lower levels of stress and anxiety, allowing us to feel more at ease. This, in turn, can create a ripple effect, benefiting our physical health as our body responds to a more peaceful and optimistic mindset. Additionally, affirmations can increase our motivation and energy levels, helping us to feel more capable and inspired to take on challenges and pursue our goals. One of the wonderful aspects of affirmations is their flexibility. They can be tailored to address any area of life where we seek improvement, be it self-love, health, relationships, career, or financial abundance. For instance, someone seeking to boost their confidence might use affirmations like, "I believe in myself and my abilities," or "I am worthy of success." Someone focused on physical health might repeat, "My body is strong and healthy," or "I am grateful for my body's ability to heal and thrive." By choosing affirmations that resonate with our specific needs and desires, we are able to focus on the exact areas of life where we want to see positive change, making our affirmations even more effective. Consistency is key when it comes to affirmations. The power of affirmations lies in their repetition and regular practice. By making affirmations a part of our daily routine, we begin to strengthen these positive beliefs, gradually replacing old, limiting thoughts with ones that support our growth and happiness. Many people find it helpful to repeat affirmations in the morning to start the day on a positive note, or before bed as a way to calm the mind and reinforce empowering thoughts. By integrating affirmations into our everyday life, we create a foundation of positivity that supports us in everything we do. Visualizing affirmations can enhance their impact as well. By pairing affirmations with mental imagery, we can make them even more powerful. For example, if we are repeating an affirmation about confidence, we might visualize ourselves succeeding in a particular goal, feeling proud and accomplished. This pairing of words and images sends a stronger message to the subconscious mind, helping us to internalize our affirmations more deeply. Visualization helps bring our affirmations to life, allowing us to see ourselves embodying the positive beliefs we wish to cultivate. Affirmations also help us create a more compassionate relationship with ourselves. Often we are our own worst critics, dwelling on perceived flaws or mistakes. Through affirmations, we can shift our self-talk from criticism to kindness, reminding ourselves that we are deserving of love, understanding, and forgiveness. Positive affirmations encourage us to focus on our strengths and potential, building a sense of self-respect and self-acceptance. This compassionate approach fosters a nurturing environment within, where we feel supported in our growth and healing, rather than hindered by harsh self-judgment. Another benefit of affirmations is that they help us attract positive experiences and opportunities. The energy we emit through our thoughts and beliefs often shapes the reality we experience. When we focus on positive affirmations, we are essentially tuning our minds to seek out the good, aligning ourselves with the possibilities that exist around us. This shift in perspective can lead us to notice and appreciate opportunities that might otherwise go overlooked. By affirming abundance, love, and joy, we set the stage to welcome these qualities into our lives. Empowering ourselves with positive affirmations is a simple yet profoundly transformative practice. It allows us to take control of our thoughts, align with our goals, and create a mindset that supports our well-being and happiness. By making affirmations a regular part of our lives, we embark on a journey of self-discovery, growth, and empowerment. Affirmations remind us that we have the power to shape our thoughts and through them our lives. With each positive affirmation, we strengthen our connection to our best selves, building a life that reflects the love, courage, and potential within us. Resentment can be a heavy, invisible weight that we carry, sometimes for years. It often starts with a single painful moment, an argument, a betrayal, or an injustice that leaves a mark on our hearts. This pain doesn't simply disappear. Instead, it can sit with us, lingering in our minds and influencing the way we think, feel, and act. The burden of resentment can grow over time, affecting our relationships, our mental health, and even our physical well-being. Releasing this burden isn't easy, but it's one of the most liberating and transformative things we can do for ourselves. When we hold on to resentment, it's like keeping an open wound that never truly heals. The hurt stays fresh, revisiting us in moments when we least expect it. Each time we recall the incident or think about the person who wronged us, we reopen that wound, allowing the pain to resurface. This cycle of holding on to resentment becomes a drain on our energy, consuming us with feelings of anger, bitterness, and frustration. We often believe that by holding on to resentment, we are somehow punishing the other person or making things right. But in reality, resentment only punishes us. It keeps us tied to the pain of the past and prevents us from fully experiencing the joy of the present. Letting go of resentment does not mean forgetting or excusing the harm done to us. It doesn't mean pretending that everything is okay or that we should simply move on without addressing our feelings. Releasing resentment is a conscious choice to free ourselves from the grip of anger and hurt. It's about acknowledging the pain, recognizing its impact on our lives, and deciding that we no longer want it to control us. By letting go, we reclaim our power over our own emotions and our ability to create a life that is not defined by past wounds. Forgiveness is often a key part of releasing resentment, though it can be a challenging process. Forgiving someone doesn't mean condoning their actions or allowing them back into our lives. Instead, it's about finding a way to let go of the intense emotions attached to the memory of the incident. Forgiveness is an internal process, a way of saying, I choose to release this for my own peace. When we forgive, we are choosing to put down the burden we've been carrying, not for the other person's benefit, but for our own sense of freedom and peace. Self-compassion plays a vital role in letting go of resentment. Often, when we hold on to resentment, there is a part of us that feels responsible for the pain we experienced, or we may feel shame for not being able to get over it. But self-compassion reminds us that it's okay to feel hurt, that our pain is valid, and that we deserve kindness as we work through our emotions. By being gentle with ourselves, we create a safe space to heal, making it easier to let go of resentment without judgment or guilt. Releasing resentment also involves shifting our focus. When we dwell on past hurts, we tend to replay scenarios over and over, fueling our anger and sadness. Instead, we can choose to focus on the present moment and the things that bring us joy and fulfillment. Practicing gratitude can be especially helpful here. By focusing on what we appreciate in our lives, whether it's our health, our loved ones, or our personal accomplishments, we create space for positivity and hope. This shift in perspective doesn't erase the past, but it helps us see beyond it, opening us up to the goodness in our lives right now. Setting boundaries can also be a crucial part of letting go of resentment. Sometimes the people who have hurt us remain in our lives in some capacity. By setting healthy boundaries, we protect ourselves from further harm and demonstrate respect for our own well-being. Boundaries allow us to interact with others on our own terms, creating a sense of control and security. This act of self-respect reinforces the idea that we deserve peace and that our healing is a priority. One effective way to release resentment is through mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. When a painful memory arises, instead of pushing it away or letting it take over, we can acknowledge it, breathe through it, and let it pass. This approach helps us gain distance from our feelings, making it easier to let them go. Over time, mindfulness strengthens our ability to stay grounded in the present, reducing the power of past hurts to disrupt our peace. Ultimately, letting go of resentment is about choosing freedom. It's about recognizing that holding on to anger and bitterness keeps us trapped, while releasing these feelings opens the door to a life of greater joy, love, and peace. By letting go, we are not denying our pain or ignoring the reality of what happened. Rather, we are choosing to move forward, to focus on the parts of life that bring us happiness and fulfillment. Releasing resentment is an act of self-care and a commitment to our own well-being. It's a gradual process, and it's normal to feel resistance along the way. There may be moments when the old feelings resurface, and that's okay. Healing is not a straight path, but a journey that requires patience and persistence. Each time we let go, Even just a little, we lighten the load we carry, making room for more peace, more love, and more joy. When we release resentment, we give ourselves the gift of emotional freedom. We allow ourselves to be present in our lives without the shadow of past hurts clouding our view. This freedom is transformative, enabling us to experience life more fully, with an open heart and a peaceful mind. By letting go of resentment, we reclaim our power to shape our own happiness, no longer bound by the pain of yesterday, but free to embrace the possibilities of today. In a world that is constantly changing and filled with distractions, protecting your inner peace is one of the most important practices you can adopt. It's easy to get swept up in the chaos around us, whether it's work stress, negative people, or the pressures of modern life. Yet maintaining inner peace is vital for your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Inner peace isn't about avoiding challenges or withdrawing from life's struggles. It's about cultivating a mindset that remains steady and grounded, no matter what is happening around you. Protecting your inner peace means taking control of your response to external events, choosing tranquility, and creating space for healing, balance, and joy. The first step in protecting your inner peace is to recognize that peace is an inside job. Often we mistakenly believe that peace comes from external circumstances, when the situation improves, when the people around us change, or when we reach a certain goal. However, true peace comes from within. It's a state of being, not something dependent on the world around you. By shifting your focus inward, you begin to realize that no matter what external conditions arise, you have the power to decide how to respond. This means you are no longer at the mercy of other people's actions, opinions, or even the world's unpredictability. A key part of protecting your inner peace is setting clear boundaries. Boundaries are not just about saying no to others, but also about honoring your own needs, feelings, and limits. Setting boundaries means protecting your time, energy, and emotional well-being. This might involve saying no to situations or people that drain you, avoiding toxic environments, or carving out time for self-care and reflection. Boundaries help you preserve your peace by preventing external forces from taking away your energy or overwhelming your mental state. They are a form of self-respect, and they allow you to focus on what truly matters to you without feeling pulled in every direction. In addition to setting boundaries, managing your energy is crucial for inner peace. Every day we are exposed to a wide range of emotional and physical energy, both positive and negative. People's moods, societal pressures, and even media consumption can affect how we feel. To protect your inner peace, it's important to become aware of what drains your energy and what replenishes it. For example, if certain people or situations leave you feeling depleted or anxious, it may be time to take a step back or limit your exposure. On the other hand, engaging in activities that uplift and energize you, such as spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, or nurturing positive relationships, will help you restore your peace. By consciously managing your energy, you create a more peaceful, balanced life. Mindfulness and meditation are also powerful tools for protecting your inner peace. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rush of thoughts, worries, and distractions. However, mindfulness helps you become more aware of the present moment, allowing you to detach from the constant chatter of your mind. When you practice mindfulness, you can observe your thoughts without becoming overwhelmed by them. Meditation, on the other hand, provides a space for deep inner calm, where you can release tension, clear your mind, and restore balance. Both practices allow you to develop a greater sense of awareness, helping you to respond thoughtfully, rather than react impulsively to external circumstances. This enhances your ability to stay grounded and peaceful, even in difficult situations. Another essential aspect of protecting your inner peace is letting go of the need to control everything. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to control every aspect of life, but doing so only creates stress, anxiety, and frustration. The truth is, many things are beyond our control, and the more we try to manage them, the more we disrupt our inner peace. Instead of trying to control the outcome of every situation, practice acceptance. This doesn't mean giving up on your goals or resigning yourself to passivity. It means embracing uncertainty with grace and trusting that things will unfold as they are meant to. When you let go of the need to control, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and open the door to peace and acceptance. Forgiveness is another powerful practice for protecting your inner peace. Holding on to grudges, anger, and resentment ties you to the past, draining your energy and keeping you in a state of negativity. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior or forgetting past wrongs. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional burden of holding on to that pain. By forgiving others and yourself, you release the hold that these negative emotions have on you. This act of liberation allows you to move forward unhindered by past hurts and create more space for peace and healing. Gratitude is also a transformative practice for cultivating and protecting inner peace. When we focus on what we are grateful for, we shift our attention away from what is lacking or troubling in our lives. Gratitude helps us appreciate the present moment and acknowledge the blessings that surround us, no matter how small they may seem. Practicing gratitude daily can significantly improve your mindset and outlook on life. It encourages a sense of abundance, helping you to see that despite challenges or difficulties, there is always something to be thankful for. By incorporating gratitude into your life, you begin to replace feelings of scarcity and lack with an attitude of abundance and peace. Finally, taking care of your physical health is essential for maintaining your inner peace. The connection between mind and body is undeniable. When our bodies are tired, stressed, or unhealthy, it becomes more challenging to maintain a peaceful mindset. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate rest help to reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance overall well-being. Taking care of your body is a form of self-love and is a vital part of protecting your inner peace. Protecting your inner peace is not about avoiding life's challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about creating a solid foundation within yourself so that no matter what life throws your way, you can respond with calm, clarity, and grace. By setting boundaries, practicing mindfulness, letting go of control, embracing forgiveness, and focusing on gratitude and self-care, you create a sanctuary of peace within yourself that will not be easily shaken by external circumstances. Protecting your inner peace allows you to live a life that is centered, calm, and aligned with your true self, and ultimately it is the key to living a happy, fulfilled, and empowered life.